to the wing. To Devano. He throws that all the way back to White again. Wolves slow playing this early on, looking for the right opportunity. Throw that cross field. Looking to have some numbers here on the wing. Here's a cross into the box. That's deflected out of play. It'll be a corner kick. Good defense there by Francesco Troisi. Yaciro Campo try to play this into the box here for the Wolves. Ocampo directing traffic. Play that into the box to the far post and knocked away by Thorson. Punch that out of danger. Ball headed around. And Wolves come back up with it after that scramble. Wolves with it, their own side of the field. Again, slow build up for the Wolves here. Not pressing things early on. Here's Smith. Newbeck takes his time, gets that to the wing. White plays that long, well out of reach of a teammate. Ball will roll on easily there to Thorson. Ball played out of bounds, throw in here for the Wolves. Scratch that. Referee blew the play down. That was actually a foul against the Wolves, or at least in position. Here's Thorson. Playing that long upfield. Pass just missed Michael Hennessy. Now Koji Poon battles for the ball. Here's Poon. Playing that back, and now here the Red Leafs on the attack. Good job by Wolves defender to get his foot on that one and knock it out of bounds. Here's Keon Proctor to throw. To Hennessy. Hennessy battling, has that taken away. Ball back in Wolves' possession here. Both teams still really feeling each other out. Trying to find some space. SFU was looking to push play a little bit there, but great defense there by the Wolves' back line. Again, long ball intercepted. It was Francesco Troisi taking that away. Now Jordan Thorson plays that long. And foul there on Hendricks Moda. A little bit too aggressive. Referee did not like that challenge. Ball back in Wolves' possession here. I'll move it around their back line again. Patiently, slowly. Newbeck with it, spins, and he was taken down a little too aggressively there. Luis Climo. Tackle that the referee did not like. Again, it's Newbeck. On the wing to Devano. Plays that off his right foot. Back to Newbeck. Gets a return pass. Here's Devano. Nice little move to get inside on Otumagi. Now Smith has it. And we'll regroup. Smith. Back to the wing. Wolves play that into the middle of the field. Ball batted around. And put harmlessly back to the wing. Here's a long ball on. Streaking Wolves defender, and good defense there by Pereira. Thorson takes advantage of that. Will knock it back into his opponent's territory here. Thorson put that all the way back to Wolves goalkeeper, Justin Stewart. He'll play that to a teammate and they'll move the ball around. Wolves have the mindset early on here not to push things, really taking their time with the ball. Now here's a long ball on. And again, read perfectly by the Red Leafs back line and Jordan Thorson. Now here's Klimo. Ball on the wing to Proctor. Keon Proctor. Here's a chance for the Red Leafs. Crossed into the box, and that was just long. Koji Poon had a chance for a header to get on goal. Ball batted around again. Wolves will come away with it and try to clear that out of the danger. They do. They get it to midfield. Play that to Devano. Now Ocampo with it, bringing that upfield. A strong challenge there. Hendricks Moda getting that ball off the foot of a Wolves attacker and out of bounds. Wolves will maintain possession here, and they do have it. Here the Red Leafs with possession on, and throw was a little long, and Moto was taken down as he was trying to pursue the ball. Play whistle down. Red Leafs will maintain possession here. I'll move that back to goalkeeper Jordan Thorzan. Play that to the wing. Looking for Troisi, just a little short. Yeah, here Ocampo broke that up. Troisi will throw it in. Through ball to Hennessy was intercepted by the back line of the Wolves again, and they will regroup. Ocampo's pass intercepted. Here come the Red Leafs with a chance on the break. Cross, little long there, looking for Koji Poon as he was streaking down the left wing, out for a goal kick. Red Leafs good chance on the counter there. Excellent interception. An attempt to push, pass just a little long. Ball played back to Stewart. Here come the Wolves with it, trying to play that into the middle of the field. Battle for it. Wolves come up with it and knock that off of Luis Klimo and out for a throw-in. And a strong challenge there. Wolves player shaken up. Looks like he's okay as he gets to his feet. Off of this free kick, let's see if the Wolves can get anything going, directing traffic here. See if they play this into the box. They do just that to the far post. Good save by Jordan Thoresen. Now the Red Leafs are back the other way on a counter. Here's Troisi, pass just behind Koji Poon. Koji Poon has gotten behind the back line here of the Wolves a couple times for good opportunities. Passes have been just off. Poon, one of SFU's most dangerous players, he gets 5 goals this season already. Wolves would be smart to keep him in check. Here come the Wolves the other way. Nice little run here, and the left foot right onto Thoresen. Didn't have to move too much. Good little run there by Vasquez. Now the Wolves force a turnover, and they press the other way. Here's Vasquez again with it. Left foot onto Neubeck. Here's Neubeck. Hesitates, plays that off to the wing. Nice little in and out move, trying to cut to the box. Left foot cross. Little weaken on the ground. Closed off by the Red Leafs easily and knocked out for a corner. Really nice run there by Michael Devano. Little in and out move, getting a little bit of space. Cross just a little bit off. Hiro Campo will take the corner kick again off of his right foot. Here's Ocampo. He'll go to the middle of the net. Punched out again by Thoresen. Thoresen locked in early here. Now battle for the ball. Wolves come up with that as Koji Poon was harassing fellow number 9, Michael Devano. .31 to go in the first half here. Red Leafs have been just off on their counterattacks for getting in behind and getting some good chances. Speaking of good chances here, the Wolves in the box. They'll recollect. Neubeck will then play that to the far post and easily cleared away. But I believe that was Daniel Hobson, number 16. Check that was Keon Proctor. Neubeck puts that back to Smith. Wolves will try to get set up on this attack. Nice little hesitation move here. Ball played back to Neubeck again. To Devano. Devano, nice little move to get inside again. Here's Devano with a nice little run. Gets a pass back. Devano with a chance now, tries to go back out, and excellent defense by Olive Haynes. Great little run there by Devano to get some space. Now he's got a chance again. Here's Devano with the right foot. In back to the left, gets a shot on, and it's blocked. Looked like Pablo Pereira got his foot on that one and knocked it out of bounds. Michael Devano showing off his nifty footwork, getting a couple of chances in tight here. Wolves will get a corner off of it. Corner will come off the right foot of Ocampo once again, third time tonight. Here's Ocampo, played to the far post. That's headed out of danger. Looks like Otumagi on that one. Ball played deep into Wolves territory, back to goalkeeper Justin Stewart. Just going to play that to Marcus Figueroa. Now it's Smith. Plays that to a teammate who gets across on here to Ocampo, a little bit long. Tried to settle that down with the right foot. Went long. Red Leafs will get a throw in here. Wolves back with it. Ocampo. On to Figueroa. Touch pass into the middle of the field. Newbeck onto Devano. Back to the middle of the field. Figueroa. That ball was deflected. Torzen doesn't get much easier for him. He'll just play that past midfield. Out of danger. Long ball intercepted there by the Red Leafs. Settled down there and then played out of bounds by the Red Leafs. Wolves will be in possession. Here's Ocampo. Nice little through ball to the middle of the field. Here's a chance here. Turning off and playing that back to Ocampo. Ocampo, nice little return pass to Vasquez. Vasquez being closed off by Haynes. Or Klimo, rather. Wolves forced to play it back around the outside. They played again to the middle. Swarmed by Red Leafs midfielders. Now here's a break the other way. Koji Poon with some space and closed off just as fast as he had space. That space was closed away. Excellent job by the Wolves getting back. The Red Leafs top goal scorer had a little bit of space and room to work with. Here are the Wolves again. That pass intercepted. Good play by Klimo again. Holby played past midfield. On to the Wolves. Red Leafs still looking for their first win at home this season. They are 0-2 so far. Got their first win of the season 2 games ago. Looking to celebrate once again in front of their home crowd here at Terry Fox Field. Now Otumagi, a little aggressive on that challenge there. Referee not liking that one. And taking the worst of that was Michael Devano as he tries to walk it off here. A little bit of a limp. And now also bad news for the Red Leafs here. Jordan Thorzan is shaken up. Red Leafs goalkeeper has been so good today. Hopefully he's okay as he's attended to by the Red Leafs trainer. And while he is, we'll take a short break here on GNAC Network. I'm Nicholas Hauka. We'll be right back after this. All right, we are back here on GNAC Network. Looks like Jordan Thorson is okay. Didn't see exactly what happened there, but might have just been a cramp or something of that nature. Got stretched out and looks good to go, which is great news for the Red Leafs. He has been very stout in the net for them tonight. "25 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back underway. Here are the Wolves working it around. Here's Smith. Otumagi intercepts that and goes the other way here for the Red Leafs on the counter. Otumagi fighting for the ball and getting in the way there were the Wolves. Referee blows play down, and Wolves are back with it. Neubeck. On to the middle to Ocampo. Here's Ocampo. Working his way in. Slows it down. Plays that cross field. Little chip pass on. And a little touch, cheeky shot there. Did not fool Jordan Thorson. Michael Devano got in behind again. He's been very good for the Wolves. Just hasn't been able to finish yet. And now another foul called. Western Oregon will have a free kick here in Red Leafs territory. Another opportunity for them here. Vasquez plays that just high as he was going for goal. Good shooting opportunity. Here's Pereira to Ebel. Ebel plays that to Poon. Nice little touch pass. Here's Hennessy coming the other way. Some space. Tries to put that back to Poon. Here's Poon breaking in onto the left foot. Has to turn off. Poon with space. Here's the chance here with a right foot shot, and it's blocked. Klimo had one step of space there to get a shot off, but it was closed off just in time. Best chance of the day so far. Great pass by Derek Ebel to get that all started for the Red Leafs, getting that quickly upfield from deep in his own end. Now here's Otumagi. Crosses on to Klimo with some space. Klimo working his way into the box, tries to put that back, and excellent recognition by Eli White to get back to that. And now the other way. Play whistle down. Red Leafs back with it. Crosses too far and will go out of play for a goal kick. Great play by Eli White on that opportunity for the Red Leafs, getting in the way right in the passing lane, knocking that out of danger for the Wolves. Here come the Wolves the other way. It's Vasquez. To Ocampo. Pass on the wing here to Neubeck. On to Figueroa. To Ocampo. Ocampo looking for a shot opportunity. It was closed off. He has to play it back to a teammate. Ball batted around now. Odomagi won that battle and will get possession back in Red Leafs hands as they work the other way. And flag is up. It's going to be offside. .45 to go here in the first half. Both teams with a couple of excellent chances. Goalkeepers and the back lines of each team have been very good to thwart those opportunities. Here's Neubeck. Plays that back to White. White to Devano. Puts that to the middle of the field. A little friendly fire there. Zeeble and Moda collided. Luckily for the Red Leafs, nothing comes of that for the Wolves, and they will clear it out of danger here. Ocampo. On to Neubeck with a tiny bit of room. Plays that back to the middle of the field. Here's Vasquez. Chip on to Neubeck, back to the middle of the field, and a header. Great save by Torrezon. Torrezon with a great save. Excellent little chip there by Neubeck to set up a teammate. Nothing comes of it. Jordan Thoresen has been just superb today. And as the Wolves were breaking, looking for more, flag is up for offside. Jacob Solik was just a step too far there. Now Odomagi puts that back to Ebel. Now here's Haynes. And that pass was too long. Turnover. And the Red Leafs own end, Wolves with it. Back come the Wolves again. Solik to the wing. Wolves have to redirect here after an errant pass. They'll do so with Neubeck. Wolves getting more aggressive on the offensive end. Neubeck has joined up front quite a bit here and has led to their best opportunity of the game so far. Here is Neubeck. Now here's Devano. And Olaf Haynes takes that away, knocks it out for a corner. Devano was able to get a lot of space early on in this game, using some nifty footwork to get through, setting up teammates, getting some chances of his own. But Red Leafs back line looked to have adapted to those tricks, as he is, for the last about 10 to 15 here, had nothing to show for. Good adjustment by SFU. Ball played to the near post that time, again knocked out of danger. Ball back to Ocampo, flag is up for offside again. Haynes will take it and put it back to Pereira. Here's Ebel. He'll play that long, looking for Michael Hennessy. Knocked out of danger. Caleb Kiner knocked that away. Now the Wolves are back on the attack. Here they come with some space. Trying to put that into the middle of the field, taken away. Now here's Hennessy fighting off some strong defending by the Wolves. Put that to a teammate, ball played out of bounds. Throw in for the Red Leafs. Got a substitution here for the Red Leafs.
SFU substitution being made. Coming into the game, number 7, Sadir Abu. Going in for number 8, Hendrix Moda.
Moda out, Aboud in for the Red Leafs. Here is Aboud. Getting some space. Nice pass to Klimo. Red Leafs have numbers the other way. Here's Troisi. Nice little touch pass back on to Klimo. Lots of room here. Here's Klimo with a shot attempt, and that goes wide to the left. And out for a goal kick. Red Leafs gaining some space and width there, unable to capitalize. $14:10 to go here in the first half. Nothing to show for on the scoreboard. Here's Aboud. DePoon tried to put that back to Aboud. That was intercepted by Ocampo. And play blown down there. Foul on the Red Leafs. Wolves will gain possession and try to get this ball out of their own end. Here's Newbeck. Putting that on to Ocampo. A little touch pass. White to Kiner, to the wing. White. Long ball on, and flag is up again. Second time Jacob Solik has just been one step too far ahead. Speedster would have had a couple of good opportunities there, if not. Ebel will take the free kick and put that back to Pereira. Pereira hesitates, nice little fake. Move that to Adamagi. Beautiful pass on to Kojipoon in alone and tries to chip the keeper. Justin Stewart having none of that. Tristan Adumagi with a beautiful pass there to speedster Kojipoon in alone. Had a defender right at his back, tried to chip the keeper. Excellent chance for the Red Leafs. Oh, here's Ocampo. Cross was on to the far post, too far. Goal kick for the Red Leafs and Jordan Thorson. There's Thorson. Thorson directing traffic here.
University substitution. It's coming into the game, number 27, Junior Ochoa. Going in for number 26, Jacob Sola. The second substitution coming in, number 8, Mauricio Medina. Going in for number 17, Alex Rignon.
Here's Odemaki. On to Troisi. Plays that for Klimo. Klimo. Had Troisi streaking to the middle of the field, didn't like it. Now he does play it to Troisi. Troisi has to recollect there, back to Haynes. Haynes back to Pereira, went over his foot. He's going to have to regroup here. Now here's Abood with it. Abood going in and out, making defenders miss. Try to touch pass on, that deflected onto the Wolves. Here they come the other way. Crossed into Devano and just as quickly taken away by Haynes. Wolves grab it back though. Devano to Figueroa. Plays that back to Caleb Kiner. Figueroa puts that back to White. Chips that to the middle, closed off by Ebel. Now Abood will put a little moonshot there on DePoon, who was caught from behind, who, as he had a step there, Caleb Kiner came roaring back to take that away. 9 minutes to go here in the first half. We are still deadlocked. Nothing to show for on the scoreboard, but an exciting one so far. Lots of opportunities for either squad. Here's Neubeck for the Wolves. Putting that back to Figueroa. Here come the Wolves pressing, getting that into the box. Taken away and a foul called. A challenge too aggressive for the referee's liking. Was Ocampo shaken up? Looks to be okay. And now with that foul, Wolves will have a free kick here in prime territory. Looking for the game's first marker. And that shot way wide. Michael Devano was going for goal. Didn't get what he wanted out of that. Red Leafs here on the counter up quickly. Here's Troisi. Tries to put that long for Hennessy, and that was cut out by Justin Stewart, reading the play perfectly and diving in front of that centering pass. Here's Figueroa for the Wolves. Now it's Devano. Devano going in and out. Closed off emphatically by Pereira. Excellent tackle. Now here's Odumagi. Left footer in there to Koji Poon. That was knocked out of danger. But right back onto a Red Leaf. Looking for some space, crossing attempt. Knocked away. Keon Proctor there. It's a good opportunity to put that back into the box. Now here's Ebel. That's intercepted. Ocampo the other way, but again, Odumagi gets back and knocks it away. Now it's Klimo. To Troisi. Troisi plays that into the middle of the box, and again, Stewart knocks that, punches it away out of danger before covering it. Field starting to open up at the offensive end for SFU. Forcing some turnovers, getting on the counter. This game is really opening up on both sides. Ball played into the middle there. Marcus Vasquez shaken up, whistle goes. Vasquez looks to be okay. White puts that on to Newbeck. On to Devano. Pass knocked away by the Red Leafs. All the way back to Newbeck. We'll have to regroup and throw that to White. And that pass a little bit too long. Thorzen closed that off. Junior Okoa had a step there. Could have been in alone. Wolves back with it. 4:41 to go. And half number 1. We'll slow it down. Here's Ocampo. Newbeck onto Ocampo. He presses to the middle. To the right wing. Ball played on and knocked away by Haynes. But now it's a turnover. Devano gets it back. Pass through and into the net. Off of a turnover. Mauricio Medina. And it's 1-0 Western Oregon. Initially, great job there by Olive Haynes to knock it out of danger, but then the Red Leafs can't further clear it. Turnover leads to Michael Devano finding a teammate, and then a beautiful touch pass to get through. And Mauricio Medina makes no mistake putting that in. Wolves take a 1-0 lead late here in the first half.
Western Oregon goal scored by number 8, Mauricio Medina. The assist to number 6, Yahir Ocampo.
Here's White. To Devano. Devano again with some room, puts that back to Newbeck. Devano, nice little two-man game with Newbeck, throws that towards the net. Another opportunity, great save Thorson. Keeping this game within reach for the Red Leafs. If not for an excellent save, it would have been 2-0. Now Aboud, another turnover for the Red Leafs. Here's Devano with the right foot well wide. Here are the Red Leafs pressing. looking to get this one tied before halftime. Koji Poon with it. Had that taken away. Now here come the Wolves the other way. Devano. Along that left wing. Left foot, right foot in and out. Nice move. Shot was blocked. Deflected back to Medina. Shot hit a Red Leaf's foot. Deflected up in the air, and Thorson will have no problem scooping that one up and putting that to the wing. 147 to go. Here's Troisi. Along to Klimo. Troisi. The middle to Odemagi. Again to Klimo. Troisi puts that far post, no one home. Stewart will grab it with 1:23 to go. Wolves send that long. Bood will play that back to Pereira.
1 minute remaining in the first half.
Final minute of play here. Hennessy chasing White there. White turns off and gets that out of trouble. Now it's Neubeck. Put that softly to the wing. Wolves will take their time here moving the ball. Here's Ocampo with the move. That's taken away by Klimo. Here's Klimo with some space. Forced to put that back to Troisi. Put that on to Thorson. Tried to put that long. The ball rolled off his foot at the last second. Unfortunate bounce. One last chance for the Wolves. They put that into the box. Pereira will just head that out of bounds. And that'll do it for the first half. No opportunity for the corner there. And after half number one, Western Oregon up 1-0 over the Simon Fraser Red Leafs on a marker from Mauricio Mendina. Both teams felt each other out for the first about 15-20 minutes, but then back and forth affair after that. Exciting game. We'll see what the second half has to hold after this on the GNAC Network. We will be right back after this. All right, we are back here on the GNEC Network for a game between the Simon Fraser Red Leafs and the Western Oregon University Wolves. The Wolves are up 1-0 in this one after really dictating play through the first half. Wolves had 11 shot attempts to the Red Leafs 3 and controlled possession completely 72-28. Red Leafs opting for more of a counter-attack approach. They have had a couple of good opportunities that they could have scored on, but they did not. Now early on, the Wolves, as I say that with a good opportunity there. Ochoa was in behind, but good defense there by the Red Leafs. Now here's Aboud the other way. Just gonna try to chip that on. Beautiful pass. Here's Klimo with a step. Klimo, right foot, scores! What a response by the Red Leafs, Luis Klimo, and we're tied at 1. A beautiful pass by Sadir Aboud, getting that just over the head of a Wolves defender, and Luis Klimo had a step, kind of shrugged off of Wolves defender there, and got a beautiful shot to the far left corner. And just 30 seconds into the first half, the Red Leafs get this game all knotted up.
Red Leafs goal! Scored by number 13, Luis Klimo. The assist to number 7, Sadir Aboud.
Now the Wolves will get a corner here, as it has been all night. Yahir Ocampo will take the corner off of his right foot. Ocampo plays that to the near post, punched out by Thorson. And he did punch that out all the way out of bounds. Quarter of the way up the field. Wolves will get possession back and throw it in. And they give it right back to the Red Leafs. Aaron pass there. Here they come the other way. Here's Dominique. Playing that back to Klimo, and his pass was just out of reach, out of bounds. Wolves will have it. And Dominique forces a turnover here. And play whistle down. Figueroa a little slow to his feet. It's a physical play by Dominique, but looked fair to me. Referee does not agree. And he's the one who makes the rules, so here we go. Connor back to White. To Newbeck. Along the wing here, here's Vasquez. Vasquez puts that on, and Jordan Thorson read that beautifully. Grabs that and moves that out of danger for now. Ball batted around. Wolves are going to come up with it. Teams continue to battle here. Ball finally played out of bounds. Wolves will throw it in. Kiner on to Vasquez, intercepted. Here's Dominique. Red Leafs have numbers, little 3-on-2 rush. Dominique on, and a shooting opportunity there was blocked. Koji Poon trying to get his 6th of the year, but excellent defense there. I think that was Eli White who got his foot in the way. Here's Blas. Again turned over. Dominique chips it. He has some space. Here's Dominique. Beautiful move. Dominique on with the left foot, and a great job getting back. Marcus Figueroa. Blazing speed to get back there and take away an excellent opportunity by Dominique. Now Abood. Almost had that taken away, but Derek Ebel comes to his aid. Adamagi. On to Proctor, who thought he had a little more space, and he's shaken up after that challenge. Junior Ochoa got tangled up with him. Proctor slow to his feet, but looks to be okay. Free kick for the Red Leafs here. Abood will put that into the box near post, and another player shaken up. And training staff will come tend to Mauricio Medina, the lone goal scorer for the Wolves. And he will get to his feet. Referee communicating with either team on who will have possession here. And it will be in Red Leafs possession. Work the ball around here, around their back line. Pereira to Haynes. Now to McGowan. Tried a little in and out move, had that taken away, but off of the Wolves, so throw in. Now it's Klimo along the right wing, bodying for position, gets it and gets the ball. Throws that into the middle, and that was closed off right to Odumagi, but that was again intercepted and moved out by the Wolves. Caleb Kiner there initially knocking that out of danger. Excellent anticipation by him. Now here's Abood. Abood, a little miscommunication there with Koji Poon. Ball taken away. Now Stewart will drive that to midfield. Here come the Wolves. It's Blas. On to Figueroa. Figueroa going for a bit of a run. Plays that back off. Now Newbeck with some space. Puts that into the box, closed off by Ebel. Goes right back to the Wolves. Medina. Newbeck to the wing. Nice little in and out move there. Playing that off to the middle. Kiner to the far post. Beautiful cross, and flag is up as Thorson dove for that one. Looks like he didn't need to, as it was offside. Thorson will direct traffic here. We'll drive that just short of midfield onto Keon Proctor. Put that back to Ebel. Ebel with it, plays that on to Dominique. Excellent challenge there again by Kiner to take that away. Dominique has really been a momentum changer here for the Red Leafs, putting him in the second half. Sparked a plethora of chances here. We are less than 10 minutes into this second half. Here the Wolves with a good opportunity here onto the left foot, and that shot is out of bounds. Not sure if that deflected or not. You're going to say it didn't, it just went straight out of play. There's Ochoa with a good opportunity. Now here come the Wolves again. Ball played onto the far post, just long, but tapped and back an opportunity here, and looked like Ebel got a foot on that one. Aboud smart to hold it in, no corner now. Aboud will just clear that well out of danger. Takes a Red Leaf bounce. Here's McGowan the other way. McGowan with a little bit of space on the right wing. McGowan. In and out. Tries to put that into the box. And excellent defense by Newbeck. Getting his foot in the way and playing that out for a corner. Just 10 minutes into the second half, both teams picking up the pace. A lot more back and forth early on here than we saw in the first half. Ball played on, and Stewart fought off Adamagi to get the ball there. Don't think it would have mattered as the flag went up instantly by the official for offside. Olaf Haynes was a little bit, that is Keon Proctor, who's a little bit slow to get to his feet. Looks to be okay. Play will get underway again. Wolves play that to midfield. Intercepted by Haynes. Plays that to Klimo. Tried to put that to Poon. That was taken away. Wolves will clear that to an empty wing with lots of space. Here's Blas. We'll play that back to Kiner. To White. He'll play that long, intercepted by Ebel. Great job heading that away. As the Wolves had numbers. Ball cleared past midfield. Wolves will have it again and look for another opportunity. Here's Vasquez. Little touch pass. Figueroa. Plays that back to Kiner. Again to White. And that pass intercepted, but luckily goes right back to Newbeck. Now Kiner with it. Kiner. Back to Figueroa. Figueroa goes far side. Devano had some trouble settling that down, gets some help from Newbeck, and gets a return pass. And again, crossing attempt intercepted, but it takes a Wolves bounce, so they have it again. Now here's Ocampo, taken away by Olive Haynes. Good play by Olaf to take that away. Play the ball out. Western Oregon will throw it in. Had that taken away by Odomagi. Odumagi's been really effective in the midfield for the Red Leafs, starting good opportunities upfield on the attack and getting back on defense to take away efforts by the opposing team. Now here are the Wolves. Figueroa with it, and again Odumagi answers the call and clears that away, and now Koji Boone has a little bit of space, one-on-one here. And excellent defense there. Poon almost had a step, but Eli White with an excellent challenge. And the Wolves push again into Red Leafs territory. Here's Figueroa in the middle. Regroups, Newbeck. Puts that on to Kiner. Kiner. Crossing attempt was taken away. But again, ball right back on the Wolves. Now Newbeck goes far post and beautifully read there was Olive Haynes. Here's Odomagi to the right wing, and he had Klimo streaking to the net on the right wing, but closed off again, that time by Newbeck. Here come the Wolves. Vasquez looking for some help. Passes off to Ocampo. Ocampo and Lachlan McGowan got in the way of that pass. Dangerous. As Newbeck was streaking to the net. Here is Newbeck. Here's some space. Crosses on, but intercepted. Stout defending by Pablo Pereira. Now here's Poon. Back to Dominique. And looks like Dominique threw it in, but it actually was Wolves' possession. And here come the Wolves. Excellent tackle by Odomagi. Continuing just to be an engine there in the midfield. Red Leafs will have the ball on a throw in here. 29 minutes to go in half number 2. Wolves patiently moving the ball upfield. And referee didn't like that challenge. Wolves again looking for the perfect opportunity to go on a run here. And Lachlan McGowan doesn't allow them to. Excellent tackle in the box to force a corner. Ocampo plays that short, intercepted by Abood. Here's Abood. He's going to put that on to Koji Poon. And Poon had that taken away at the last second there. Javi Blas getting back. Poon has been one step away from getting space and being free alone on net multiple times today. Must be frustrating for the Red Leafs leading scorer. Here's Eli White. Stops, patiently puts that to the middle. Now going for a bit of a run. Here's Medina. Berkiner. Ball put across the field. Now crossing attempt is out of bounds for a goal kick. Thorsen will knock that past midfield. Now here's Poon. Onto Abood to Dominique. Beautiful play. Dominique has some space. Dominique left foot scores! What a strike by Dominique! And the Red Leafs have the lead. It's 2-1. Abood again setting up another goal for the Red Leafs. Beautiful pass, and then Dominique does it from there. Received that pass in from behind, had to kind of corral it awkwardly, but did so with speed, got some space, and puts that in off the left foot to the far right side, just past Justin Stewart. And the Red Leafs entered the second half down 1-0. All of a sudden, they're up 2-1 with 25 to go. What a turnaround. Being outshot 11-3, possession 72-28, and now they find themselves in the lead. I don't know what that halftime speech was like, but it must have been good.
Red Leafs goal! Scored by number 19, Hunda Bienami Dominique. The assist to number 9, Koji Poon. Substitutions made by Western Oregon. Into the game, number 11, Abraham Villalobos. Going in for number 27, Junior Ochoa. The second substitution coming in number 12, Archie Lima. Going in for
Wolves looking to answer here.
Michael Ivano.
Dominique causing some problems again. Ball into the Red Leafs box here, but cleared out of danger. Dominique, nice little individual effort again. Nice little rainbow to get by the defender. Now here's Poon. Poon puts that to Dominique. Puts that back to Koji Poon. Long pass on to Proctor and just a little short. Right idea by Koji Poon.
Assist should have been 7. Was that 9? Yeah. 9 actually never touched it.
Now here's Dominique in the corner. Graceful job to get away and find Proctor. Ebel. Back to Pereira. Bradley's killing some clock here. Thorsen grabs that, puts that all the way down. Now Stewart with it for the Wolves. Wolves with it, Kiner up to the wing. Here's Vasquez. Back to White. To Newbeck. Through ball is on a little long, and crossing attempt is well short. Cleared out of trouble by Haynes. Wolves get it back though. Here's Newbeck again. Newbeck spins, gets some space on Klimo. Puts a short pass on to a teammate. Here's an opportunity, and that crossing attempt deflected. Corner kick. Medina was looking for his second of the game. Ball played into the box, headed out of danger. Wolves back with it. They're going to put that right back to the far post, a little long. And Lachlan McGowan heads that down the hill, out of play. Wolves back with it. Off of the throw-in. Pressing, looking for the equalizer. They'll put that back to Figueroa. Goes across the field to Kiner. Now here's Blas. Again to Kiner. Vasquez. And crosses on again, and Jordan Thorsen anticipating that, getting in the way and covering. He'll play that short to Pereira. Pereira will clear that with his left foot onto Koji Poon. Poon. Long the wing to McGowan. He'll play that back. Now here's Poon. Plays that on. Nice little in and out move by McGowan. Puts that on goal and caught by Justin Stewart. He throws that, and now the Wolves are on the counter. They do not have numbers, but they will press nonetheless. And there's a beautiful cross, and Derek Ebel just got his foot on it in time and got that to goalkeeper Jordan Thorsen. Here's Dominique on the left wing. Has been so good in the second half. It's really helped spark this comeback. Him and Yasir Aboud, who has the ball right now. Here's Aboud going for a run. Aboud tried to nutmeg a Wolf there, got that taken off. His foot away from him. Now here comes Dima. Dima in and out, closed off just in time by Haynes. Dima grabs it back and puts that back to his back line as the Wolves regroup. 19:44 to go. Good defense there by Keon Proctor. Ball did go off of him. There will be a corner here. Ball played to the near post, headed away out of trouble by Ebel. Now here's Koji Poon. Poon has some space. Look at the speed by Poon. Poon looks to cut back. Beautiful move. Oh, and he looked to try to get that to Dominique. And at the last second, a Wolves defender got their foot on that to force a corner. Excellent individual effort by Koji Poon. Abood will play that to the middle of the box, and Proctor got his foot on it, but it was blocked. Ball batted around and cleared out of danger. Here are the Wolves the other way. Dominique getting back and taking the ball away again. What a play by Dominique. Here he comes against three defenders. He'll just play that softly all the way down and out of play. Kunda Bionami, Dominique with an incredible second half here. And now Bradley's goalkeeper Jordan Thorson seems to be shaken up again. Don't know if he's cramping here. Second time tonight he's needed some assistance. And we'll take a really quick break here as he's attended to and be right back here on the GNAC Network. Jordan Thorson is back on his feet. Good news for the Red Leafs, and we are back here on GNAC Network. Red Leafs up 2-1, 17:21 to go in the second half. Ball played into the box, closed off by Kiner. Battle for the ball in the middle of the field. Wolves come away with it. Dima plays that a little long. Red Leafs will be back with the ball. Otumagi with it. Lost it, but it was played. Foul called, rather, sorry. Red Leafs back with it. Thorson with it. Play that to Ebel. Ebel goes long looking for Dominique. Dominique, cheeky little back heel there, trying to put that back to Proctor. Intercepted by the Wolves. Here's Blas. To Dima. Went through Proctor's legs, but then it's closed out of danger there by Ebel. Here's Ocampo. Short pass and chip on by the Wolves here. Out for a goal kick. Dima and Proctor tied up there, physical battle. Proctor's able to box them out, not let Dima get towards the loose ball into a dangerous area. Now here's Aboud. On to Poon. Poon has also had a stellar game here for SFU. Back to Dominique. At least work that around, killing some time. Here's Adamagi. Up for Poon. Or at least still working it around. Here's Dominique. Dominique taken down from behind. Referee's going to give a card there, a yellow. Dominique continues to be all over the field. Aboud with it. Place that to the far post. It's headed out of danger, but out of play behind the back line. Corner kick for the Redleys. And up one with 14:33 to go. Aboud will slowly jog to the spot. He'll play that in near post. Knocked out of danger, out of play. Redleys will have a throw here. Nope. And we have another Wolf shaken up, but quickly to his feet. They're actually going to give possession to the Wolves there. My mistake. And here they come pressing upfield. And he taken down there was Newbeck. And a yellow. Referee did not like that challenge. Referee discussing his reasoning with both teams. Back underway, Wolves with it. Along the left wing, cutting to the middle. Nice little run, pass on into the box. Stopping up, left foot. That was blocked by his own teammate and cleared out of danger here. Good play by Dominique to chip it to Aboud. Ball not quite past midfield, but Blas is forced to put that all the way back to White. On to his goalkeeper, Stewart, harassed by Dominique, and that was very dangerous. Now Redleys with it. Here's Poon. Had that knocked away. Adamagi does a good job there to chip that. Now here's Poon. Off to the wing to Klimo. Louise Klimo in with some space with the right foot. Tried to put that to the middle, was deflected, but he grabs it back. Now in the corner, McGowan. Little gamesmanship to kill some clock. And they will award a corner here to the Red Leafs. Excellent job by Lachlan McGowan. A boot into the middle of the box that time. That was not a boot, sorry. To the middle of the box. Now it's a boot. Wolves back with it. Blas. Kiner back to White. Here's Newbeck again. Long ball with a step here is Dima. Ball played out, it'll be a goal kick.
Western Oregon substitutions into the game number 17. Alex Grignon going in for number 8, Mauricio Medina. The second substitution coming in number 9, Michael Devano going in for number 11, Abraham Villalobos. And the third substitution coming in number 26, Jacob Solik for number 12, Archie Lima.
Mass substitutions there for the Wolves as they try to press here and get the equalizer. 10:57 to go. Blas had some trouble with it, settled it down. Gets it on to Kiner. Again playing this to White. He goes back to Kiner. Kiner tried to get that into the middle. Adamagi again took that away. Now it's Aboud. Aboud turns it over. Gets it back, though. Great job making up for his mistake. Calmly plays it to Adamagi. Ball played all the way back to Jordan Thorson. He'll play that well past midfield. Now Aboud wins the challenge. Here's Aboud. Had that taken away. Clearance went off of him. Blas will keep it in. Ball played to the left wing. Wolves struggling to find space. Getting a little impatient. They throw a crossing attempt on there that was much too far, played out of bounds. Red Leafs will have possession here on a throw. As that throw in went, Dominique took a tumble. Referee, no problem with that one. Here's a dangerous cross on, and Lachlan McGowan does well to box out his defender. It's the dangerous Michael Devano trying to run onto that one. He's been very good today. Jordan Thorson will have it here on a goal kick. Thorson plays that deep into enemy territory. Now Koji Poon runs onto it. Poon with a drive, scores! What a shot by Koji Poon! 3-1, and that'll probably do it here. What a second half for the Red Leafs. Led by Dominique, Koji Poon, and Sadir Aboud. Koji Poon, 6th of the year. A beautiful strike that goes bar down, and with 8:28 to go here, Red Leafs are up by 2. And as Otumagi gets up and will head to the sideline, he has been very, very solid in the midfield for the Red Leafs today. As he takes a seat, that Koji Poon marker putting the Red Leafs up to their 8:23 away from their first home victory of the season.
Goal scored from distance by number 9, Koji Poon. The assist to number 7, Sadir Abu. Substitutions made by both teams for Western Oregon into the number 39.
Here are the Wolves. Their pass intercepted. Here is the dangerous Koji Poon again. Puts a beautiful through ball onto Dominique. Here's Dominique on the right wing. Dominique in, faking, goes out, gets some space, puts it back to his left foot. Had that pass intercepted. And now that pass almost intercepted. Could have been another Red Leafs break. That pass it's Dominique. Dominique, how did he get through there with some space down the right wing? On into the box to Torresan, and that is knocked away. What an individual effort by Dominique. Beating 2 defenders. Now here's Blast. 6:05 to go. Wolves desperately need one to get back in it. McGowan will grab a passing attempt and clear that all the way down to White. That ball played out of bounds. Wolves with it again.
Substitutions made by both teams for Western Oregon coming into the game number 15, Adrian Rodus going in for number.
And now here come the Wolves with some space.
SFU substitution into the game number 16. Daniel Hobson going in for number 9, Koji Poon.
All played out for a goal kick. Or at least just 5 away. Horizon will play that deep. Ball back to the Wolves, and Hobson with a physical challenge. Wolves go fast. We'll move that upfield. And again, or at least we'll just clear that out of play. Ball played long. Out again for a goal kick. Jacob Solich was trying to run onto that, and Derek Ebel was having absolutely none of that. Physical challenge dislodges him from the ball. Physical but clean. Ball headed around. Torresan fighting for it, comes away with it. Torresan with some space. Tried to put that to Dominique, and it was cleared by Stewart. Ball loose, and Stewart gets back on it. Hobson was crashing the net. Red Leafs, despite being up 2, they're still pressing. They're still playing offensively. Sometimes the best defense is good offense. And now here's numbers for the Red Leafs again. An excellent challenge there. Eli White, who's been very good tonight at that back line for the Wolves. Getting that out of danger. Throw on to the corner to Klimo. Ball was played out of bounds off of the Wolves. And Lachlan McGowan will throw this in. McGowan on to Klimo. That one went straight off of Klimo. Wolves get another opportunity here with 2:20. And as they do, Aboud intercepts that pass. Aboud. Spinning around, gaining some space. Ball goes out of bounds again for a Red Leafs throw. Ball thrown long. There's Daniel Hobson getting in there. Daniel Hobson playing with lots of energy here in the final minutes. Red Leafs doing a good job here, just keeping the ball along the outside of the field, making the Wolves take lots of time to gain any traction. And up by 2, that's exactly what you want. Especially with 1:13 to go. Here the Wolves finally finding a little bit of space, and challenged there by Klimo. Draws the ire of the official. Wolves will go fast.
1 minute. 1 minute remaining.
1 minute to go. Crosses on into the box, and Jordan Thorsen snags that out of midair. Thorsen will punt that as far as he can. Ball batted around. Aboud will do the same. Now the Wolves trying to get Southeen, but Ebel will clear that out of danger to Hobson, to Klimo. Ball played on to the empty side of the field. And now 13 to go. Here come the Wolves. Cross into the middle of the field. Knocked away. 7 to go. Ball played on. Here's a chance for the Wolves. Cleared out of danger, and that is going to do it. The Simon Fraser Red Leafs battle back down 1-0 in the second half and will take their first home victory of the season, 3-1. As the final buzzer goes. Thank you for joining us on the GNAC Network. I'm Nicholas Hauka, and we will see you next time here at Terry Fox Field. Thanks for joining.